Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go! Ready?
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ready?
Throwing is Willis. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Giants are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Buying some time right. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Get it! Ready, ready?
Throwing from the gun here. Bails out of the pocket quick. When he gets it forward, it's still about a yard out of that. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Johnson again. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Let's go now.
Willis. Gets this to Johnson. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Makes the grab in bounds. Left. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it's picked out by the Giants. Wow, oh, wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at first down here.
18, Rattler, 18.
To throw, here's Willis. Able to find Nakua here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
Here we go, here we go.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Willis to throw it. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception. Foye Oluwakin with the pick.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go.
Here's Willis. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get the game's first points here in the second. Drake London with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Johnson with a return here. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
Okay, ready.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Johnson up the middle. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10. We need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
On the ground again with Johnson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hurry, hurry.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
70 Timberwolves.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Throw on 3rd down. Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. They put a receiver in motion right. Willis now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18.
Come on, come on. Set.
43-yard line.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready?
Trying again following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
3rd and long for him here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Here's Willis to the air. He's on the move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Giants using their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Bang. Hurt, hurt. Hurt, hurt.
Willis looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd down from the gun. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Ready, ready.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Back to throw it. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 25. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Johnson now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
He finds Johnson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Warriors 70. Come on, come on.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Putting a receiver in motion. Second and 10 now. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely online. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here he is on 3rd and long. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Go check! Go check!
Throwing is Willis. Connects with Johnson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Willis. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Check, Bobcat! Check, Bobcat! Go!
They'll throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they bring him down around the 34. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, check that. Street.
To throw it on 1st down. Flush down out to his left. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Street. Let's go.
Tight end going in motion here. He'll throw it. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. And the Saints are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway from Houston. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
And it's complete to Antonio Gates. Look at the big fella go. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Antonio Gates, 52 yards. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Willis to throw. Got London on a slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Johnson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw here? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
To Johnson again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Play fake. Here's Marino. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Fourth down. Here's Marino. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Running from the gun, Johnson.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw, here's Willis. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They go play action with Marino. He's got his man, Gates. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Dillon, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Marino. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and goal, Marino. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Brock Bowers
from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be...
Touchdown, New Orleans! A big play there. 7 74 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go play action now. Marino. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Marino will throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw forward Marino. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Willis will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now a screen set up for Johnson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Again, it's Willis to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they have regained the lead. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Marino. He's going to air one out.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Marino. They go screen with Dillon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now Marino to throw it. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that's complete to Gates. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the shotgun, Marino. They shake, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Marino, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Marino. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Johnson running left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
They do go for it. Here's Willis.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Marino to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Marino.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And they're going on 4th down. Marino.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they do finally get it at the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Dillon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Marino sets up.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. I love plays like that. Defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, now...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now Marino here throwing another interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Shotgun snap to Willis. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Now Willis.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Gates, a 15-yard touchdown.
taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 14 at the Saints' 41-yard line. Complete to number 10, Isaiah Pacheco. It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. Here we go, set.
Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion. The conversion attempt results in 2 points for the defense.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. All right, offense, let's go. Let's go now. Go.
Norris's pass, intended for Drake London, incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go. The quarterback sacked by Will Anderson. A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down. Norris's pass, intended for Chris Johnson, incomplete. Cooper DeJean on coverage.
19 Lions. Two.
Norris's pass, intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, set.
Norris's pass, Bears making the lead. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion. The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score Bears 20. Saints nothing.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Chris Johnson, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 11. Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line. The 7-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Bears 20, Saints nothing.
Get out of here with a win, Here we go, Shaq.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line. The pass. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chicago.
Come on, come on.
Brings up second and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Let's go now.
Intended for Jalen Green. Incomplete. It's third down. 3 yards to go. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down. Stops short of the goal line. First and goal at the 1-yard line.